It's not often a bloke chilling on the sofa munching a slice of toast can cause such dread in so many people, but Bruno Fernandes managed exactly that on Monday evening. A photograph emerged thanks to his wife's Instagram story, and what would normally be the picture of domestic bliss but was tarnished by the fact the Manchester United star's foot was wrapped in a protective brace as it lay elevated on a stack of cushions. To make matters worse, a large moon boot and a pair of crutches were close at hand. With some enormous matches to come as the season reaches its climax, the prospect of United being without Fernandes is a terrifying one. The sight of his encased foot and walking aids has sent shivers down many a spine, maybe even Erik ten Hag's as well. The injury occurred in the opening half of United's narrow penalty shootout victory over Brighton in Sunday's FA Cup semi-final. The midfielder challenged for a ball and landed awkwardly, twisting his right ankle as he planted his foot on the pitch. It was wince-inducing to watch, so it must have been excruciating to suffer. After receiving treatment, Fernandes gingerly returned to his feet, limped around for a few minutes but then soldered on despite the obvious pain. He would go on to play the full 90 minutes and was only taken off once the clock had struck 101 deep into extra time. It was a Herculean effort to play on through the injury, the sort of selfless sacrifice that only endears a player to supporters even further. As if Fernandes could become any more loved in the terraces. But in the same breath, it does present problems. What if the injury has been worsened by running about it on it for an hour? And what does Ten Hag's reluctance to bring him off tell us? Well, it's nothing we don't already know, but it was made even clearer that United are reliant on Fernandes to function as a side. It was even more explicit the previous Thursday when United put in one of their most turgid displays under the new manager, even comparing humiliating defeats to Liverpool and Manchester City, that harkened back to the darkest, dullest days of José Mourinho. United were destroyed by Sevilla 3-0 to crash out of the Europa League, a match which Fernandes missed through suspension after the ludicrous booking he was given in the opening leg. It was only the fourth match Fernandes hasn't started all season. For two of those he was suspended, one rested against League One opposition in the Carabao Cup and the other he was brought on at halftime to try and turn around a losing situation. In other words, if Fernandes is available he starts 99% of the time. Whether it's in his natural attacking role, deeper in midfield or out on the flank, Fernandes is the first name on Ten Hag's team sheet. Perhaps his contributions have gone under the radar this season because of the impact new signings Casemiro and Christian Eriksen have made, but Fernandes is often the driving force behind good team performances. The Portuguese is the only player other than Marcus Rashford to his double figures, and with an additional 13 assists he has been directly involved in 25.5% of United's goals. Over a quarter of the goals he has been intrinsic to, and there is probably an unquantifiable amount he has had some hand in. Add to that his leadership, energy and distribution. It's obvious why he's perhaps the most important player in the team. United have lost 3 of the 4 games he hasn't started, Sevilla, Real Sociedad and Aston Villa, and have only managed to beat lowly Charlton Athletic without him. There are 8 league games remaining in the race for the top 4, starting with a vital match at the hapless Tottenham on Thursday. Windet and United are 9 points clear and looking good to secure their return to the Champions League. But with Villa, Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham and an FA Cup final against City to come, there are still some very tough games which United will need Fernandes for. There is hope the protective boot and crutches are only precautionary measures, but even still it doesn't bode well for his chances of playing on Thursday. Any amount of time without Fernandes is too long, and Ten Hag will be hoping he hasn't lost his most undroppable player at the worst time.